We're back with another training session. If you saw my last one, you know that my Maltese workout was absolutely slaying. I think I did my best holds ever. It was with the pronated grip, which is my sort of goal as well. Today, however, we're gonna do Maltese as well, but the grip, I got my metal pallets back so I can actually do it on the bend, which means that I think I can push my limit pretty far when it comes to strength, and the grip is not gonna be a problem because my wrists are gonna be more twisted, so less pressure on them, which means that I can push my limit maximum when it comes to body without being limited by the wrist pain, if that makes sense. So that's gonna be really good. And then tomorrow I'm also gonna be actually at this setup. However, I did bring some bars so we can do the front lever session. And this height as well, I think that's pretty same as normal in my usual gym. So the help we're gonna get from the resistance band is gonna be pretty similar as well. So we're just gonna have pretty much everything the same, except that we're training outdoors, enjoying the sun. And that's what it's all about. So let's get started with some Maltese holds, and hopefully I'm as strong as the last workout. We'll give it a try. Most likely they are gonna slip out, but we'll give it a try and just see. If it were to slip out, we find a solution to it, or I'll just have to struggle with the actual normal grip. Not too bad. I did grab the bars a bit too low, so I started to just slip down, but they didn't slip to the sides, which is actually better. So for the next one, I'm just gonna take the grip slightly higher up, and I think we're gonna get around 8-second holds, which is perfect. All right, let's do one more. I will adjust the grip and then just send it. Fuck, that was harsh. It was so hard that I forgot to count, but it felt like at least 6 seconds, which I hope it was. I would give it a count, and then if it's too short, I guess I have to just push it away a bit harder for the next one. Let's make it the best one. Ah! Woo. Pretty good, pretty damn good.
Han kan ha sina händer så här och floata som Gud. Utan att ha fötterna på. Han håller på så. Sen händerna på.
Next up, we got the supinated planche. So I moved the pallets together. I did change the band to the lighter one, just as normal training. And I'm gonna aim for about 7 to 8 seconds. Hopefully, it's pretty strong today as well. Since the planche was solid when it came to strength, the grip obviously was changed and way better this time as well. So I think my strength should be on point. Let's give it a try. It was all right. Slightly less energy than the last session, but still, I think that was about 5-6 seconds, which is still all right. Time for another set. First one wasn't the best one, but I think we can do better. I'm still pretty satisfied, but let's see if we can add 1 or 2 more seconds and still keeping the form pretty all right. Feels like I'm just slowly decreasing and slightly weak with the protraction. But we do what we can. I think it's still overall like 5 seconds, even though it's not a solid hold, like I'm slowly just lowering myself. I'm still gonna get a lot of benefits from doing it. Last set for the full planche holds. And to be honest, I did check the footage and it was slightly better than I thought. It just felt really shit because my last workout was so damn good, so I have that sort of AC reference. But this was way better than, you know, just looking back a few weeks ago. Still progress. Let's do one last set. Not too bad. Next up, I usually do straight arm raises with some dumbbells, but since I'm outdoor here and I don't really have any dumbbells around, which is pretty obvious, I have to switch it up to another exercise. And what I like to do is just find something that simulates the exercises as good as possible. And at the end of the day, that's just gonna give you tons of progress, even though it's not according to schedule. So what I'm gonna do is I will do leans in to the Maltese, because that's what I usually do, Maltese press ups. So I would do leans and then press back up. I will lean in the Maltese, press back up, and do about 6 reps, because this one is slightly heavier and it's gonna be in the supinated grip as well. So that motion is gonna be pretty similar to the straight arm raises, not exactly, but as good as possible. So let's do 3 sets. Oh, it's heavy. Boo. That was actually really harsh, but it felt good. A lot of strain on the joints. So if you do this, be a bit careful. But of course, if we do it controlled, slow, we can always feel if it's too painful. But this is a good one. I could do 6 reps, maybe push out slightly more, but then I would lose the protraction. So I don't want to keep it to 6 reps and try to keep it as clean as possible. Glass. I should find a lot of pieces of glass here. That is not really, that's not nice. So let's collect it so no one else steps on it. Also for the Maltese lean, now when I'm doing it, I try to like twist my wrist a bit, and that's just to lower the pressure on the wrist. Of course, if I do this way, we're gonna take away some tension on the joints, but puts it more on the wrist. So I prefer actually switching it up, feeling no pain at all in the wrist when I do this grip, and of course slightly more pressure here. But then again, I've trained a lot, so I'm pretty comfortable and strong in the joints. Oh, fucking hell. So heavy. It's crazy. One more set for the Maltese lean press ups, maybe we can call it. Oh my god. Oh. Let's just say like this. I'm glad we're done with the exercise. The last exercise we usually perform is the weighted dips, but clearly I don't have any plates here either or something I can use as weights. So I'm gonna use a resistance band. I don't think I've ever shown this way before, but the resistance band is actually pretty good at making the dip harder. We can use it for help if we have it under our knees, but we can also just put it above our neck, and when now we're doing dips, it's gonna resist us, so making it harder. It's still gonna be way easier than doing 40 kg dips, obviously, but it's gonna be better than not having any resistance at all. And it means that I wouldn't be able to do as many reps, which is good. So to some degree, we're training a bit more strength than just pure endurance. I'm telling you, like the top end of the movement, it's hard, especially with this band. It's the thickest one I got. It's putting on some resistance, so that's good. 25 dips were not easy. Of course, the slower I do it, the more time I'm gonna be in this top part, make it even harder. So potentially if I did really slow ones, maybe even just 15 to 20 reps. But 25, pretty solid speed, it's pretty good. One more set. crazy pump in the triceps. And I broke my necklace. Last set, let's get it. And yes, I did fix the necklace temporarily. It's crazy, it's way heavier than I actually thought it would be. So this is it's a really good alternative if you don't have a dip belt. That is gonna be it for today's planche session. It was a pretty good one. Not as good as the last one, but that one is also hard to beat. So just comparing it to the average one, still pretty damn solid. So let's just play forward to tomorrow, and I will see you guys for a pull workout. Choo-choo! Boom, crazy transition. We're back the other day. It is time for a front lever sessions. We're gonna start off with some just top front lever holds or touch. I got told we can also call it just touch. That's gonna be pretty much way simpler. And I did bring all my equipment. And since I'm also a guy, that means I can only walk once. And the car is about 1 kilometer away, so it was a hustle to get everything here in one go. And you know, with pallets carrying them, it's a bit complex. They're not necessarily heavy, but they're just all over the place. So it was rough, but now they're here and we are ready for the workout. So let's start off with some top. So let's start off with some touch. Let's go. Let's do the first set. Not expecting too much. First set is always a bit uncomfortable for body since we're just like from warm up directly onto the actual hard stuff, and it's sort of a shock. But after the first set, we usually get pretty into it and the body understands that it's time to slay. But I'm still hoping for a few seconds top hold. Heavy as fuck. Feels like my body is a bit offline. But a few seconds, so let's see if we can step it up for the other set. Maybe slightly better. I definitely hope it was. Last set was actually pretty damn good and clean as well, so let's do another one pretty much like it. I definitely feel like my stamina is slightly low today. Like I'm still able to hold the front pretty good. So on good days I feel like I can almost pull through the bar. Today I just feel like I can barely touch it, and after just a few seconds I'm losing the contact. Even if I'm still almost touched, it's a few centimeters down. But we have those days as well. Let's move on to some pull-ups and then holds. Alright, syns vi då, där. Next up we got the front lever pull-ups to a just solid front lever hold. The plan is to do 4 of them, preferably touch the bar. Considering the strength today, maybe 3 touches more realistic, but I'm really gonna go for the 4th one as well. So 4 pull-ups and then just a solid max hold. And the max hold of course is gonna be not my normal max hold, because after 4 pull-ups we are using a lot of just normal front lever strength. Getting slight fatigue as well, so the hold probably around like 5 to 8 seconds I would guess. Let's give it a try. First set and see how I perform. Bend over the bum. Oh my god, I was so weak. First up I was struggling, like when I'm doing front lever pull-ups with the band over here, it's touching the hands every single pull-up because it's getting in the way, and that's just really frustrating. That was why I was moving around the bar bit. I don't know if the solution is to move it slightly more here, but then I'm also gonna get some slight angle on the band, and in this case actually it's gonna make it harder for me because the band is gonna pull me the same way as gravity is doing. Or maybe I just gotta live with the fact that the band is gonna rub my hands for each rep. Maybe that's gonna be the way to go. Let's do one more set just like this one and just hustle through it. If I have a bit wider grip as well, I'm not gonna be in the way of the bands. It's a bit harder with a pull, but it works. Whew. Oh, I don't know why I'm so fatigued in the pull today, but I feel like zero explosiveness and the stamina is low. But keep pushing. One more set. Oh, fuck, you know. There's just no way I'm pulling 4 pull-ups right there. But it is what it is. And it's easy for me to forget that I'm right now with literally the lowest band you can buy in the whole market. It's helping just like 2 or like 3-4 kilograms, and in the top here almost nothing. And at that point you also just start to realize that fuck, I'm actually almost doing full pull-ups without help. Almost. And that in its whole is just crazy compared to a few years ago. So I am strong as fuck compared to what I used to be. It just sucks to have these workouts where the previous one is better than your current one, but it's always going to be like that. We just got to deal with it and keep on going. It's time for the Victorian sort of press ups or retraction push-ups. I don't know, it's got many names. But we're basically just gonna train the retraction. It's gonna be beneficial for front lever, but also for my Victorian. And that's pretty much why I do it. So all I need is a ledge and a set of parallettes. Parallettes I always have with me. The ledge, pretty easy to find almost anywhere. So we're good to go. Let's do 3 sets. Oh, that is heavy. The ledge is also a bit higher than I usually train on, so of course that's a way of progressive overload and making it harder. But it was nice. Oh my god. Woo. Getting down is hard. Let's do the last one. No. I have one more. That was wide as fuck, but it was something. Last up, pull-ups. For the pull-ups, I don't have a weight vest or a dip belt or any weights for that matter. So I'm just gonna do 3 sets of 20 pull-ups, 20 in a row. Still pretty, slightly more towards the endurance conditioning part, but it's really good still. And endurance is my strongest thing, so maybe it's good that I train it from time to time, not just pure strength. Ah, not the cleanest, I know, but it's the end of the workout and it's a fucking weak day. So let's hope I can do 2 more sets with 20s. I took some extra rest because the pump was just, it wasn't leaving. I'm so unused to many repetitions, so when I do it, I do get a lot of pump and it's just gonna be there for like 4 minutes in a row. So now I took 5 minutes rest. Still, I feel like they are a bit pumped up, but it is what it is. Let's do 20 more. Ooh. 4 more. Ah! Oh, fucking pumped up. And if you're a complete beginner or you've been training for a while but still haven't mastered the pull-up, I have a complete video format program in the Imhauser Crew, along with many other stuff as well. So we have muscle ups and harder variations as well. But if you want to learn the pull-up as a beginning, we have that as well. Clear, structured, so video format, me explaining all the exercises, what you need to do, how you should rest and other things as well to progress as fast as possible. And then when you have learned that, you can move on to muscle ups and handstand push-up. We have all of those stuff programs as well. So super convenient. So check out the Imhauser Crew if that's something you're interested in. Last set. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Ah. Oh my fucking god. I tried to fight it. It's crazy. I think it was 16 and a half reps. But it got me good. I don't know how the pump is right now. We do some flexing and see. But sheesh, it drained my energy. Sometimes I also notice that I cut the frame right here. It's really hard to see in a long distance, like where my body is, even if I have a small screen. So now I just rather back up a bit extra, so we actually get the full upper body of me at least. To summarize, yesterday's workout, I would say it's pretty alright. Like, I'm happy with the Maltese and that's sort of my main goal. All the exercises that I start with during the workout, they are my main goals. So if you ever see me do something in the beginning, it's because that's what I'm working for at that moment. So Maltese was really happy, the other things was pretty standard. Today, slightly lower with the energy, but then again, I also trained this morning, today's earlier, and yesterday I trained in the evening, so I haven't got really that many hours in between, which can be one cause. Then I'm not trying to blame it on anything, but sometimes when I think about it, the circumstance might not be perfect. Either way, I am still satisfied. We pushed through it. We did everything we could. Ended up with a tons of reps. I think we added up to what is going to be like 56 pull-ups in total, and that is a lot. So training some endurance and stamina as well, getting some crazy pumps, so it's nice to wrap it up. But let's do some flexing and see how pumped up my body actually is. Double bicep. It's alright, it's alright. Alright. Back should be having something, but I feel a lot in the arms from the pull-ups. Exhausted. Just standing now is a bit hard. I do also want to just bring it up. When it comes to kids, when I'm training outside like this, it is never people in my age or above that's coming up to me. But kids, every single time I'm outdoor and there's kids around, so they're gonna come up, be curious, asking what do I train, what am I filming for, and all that stuff. And it's just crazy how we sort of lose that spirit when we get older. Like, even if I would be interested in what someone else is doing, in my age right now, I wouldn't just go up and ask. Sort of like decide to walk to this path where everyone should be on their own. But as kids, we haven't been taught it yet. So they are just so damn curious, and I think that's why they learn so fucking fast. It's nothing wrong with coming up and asking questions. It is absolutely nothing wrong. And for me, it's just funny, to be honest. Especially for the younger generation, I really want to put my time. If they ask, I want to give them the full answer. Because if they start calisthenics, I would feel like I have succeeded. Because I have brought on another generation to the sport. And to me, that's fulfillment and success. Either way, I love talking right now. But I will see you guys in the next one. And it's also going to be a push and a pull, like now and the previous one as well. So we're moving on with this theme. See you guys then. Hit like, subscribe, and choo-choo!